We are back in the SunFest live stream with one of the pillars, one of the founding fathers of SunFest, the only original man who is still on the board of SunFest. What makes you still stick with it over these 31 years, Robert?
I don't know the crazy glue that they used to stick me onto this festival, but whatever it was, it really worked.
Yeah.
And I've still enjoyed every year of it so far.
Wow.
And it has given me a feeling of satisfaction to see the festival grow from strength to strength and to see the type of support that it provides for the little people in Montego Bay that depend on SunFest, not just for back to school, but for all year round.
Right.
I mean, people tells me stories of sending their kids to school and high school and university.
Right.
I mean, Herman started with us in 1993 and she's still here
Wow.
as a vendor. She sell her daughter to university. I mean, you know, and it filters not just from the top, but all the way down to the peanut man, the jerk pork
Of
man,
course.
the restaurant, the taxi, the
Yeah.
Airbnb, the
Yes.
hotels,
Yes.
the airlines. Every genre, every facet of Montego Bay benefits. We inject some $2 billion into Montego Bay's economy in 1 week.
Wow.
That's amazing. You know, over the years, I can imagine that there have been some incredibly defining moments for SunFest, and some that you probably remember well that just, you know, kind of just changed everything, or that you thought, yes, this is what we're about.
A lot of some of the things that I went through, I look back at them and smile, because at that time they were a crisis. I mean, when an artist comes to the airport and the immigration officer asks him for his passport and he tells him some big bad words and tells him he doesn't have to give him any passport.
Wow.
And the immigration officer says, I'm putting this man back on the plane, Mr. Russell, so take him off of your list. And I have to fly it, rush to the airport.
You have a fly go to the airport.
and negotiate him to. And then when he goes on stage, I have to bring the assistant commissioner of police and say, if you give me any trouble, this man is going to lock you up. And people come without work permits. I remember one Friday evening, they were going to send back
Boys to men.
Boys to Men. And a portion came, opened her ministry at 5 o'clock on a Friday evening, signed the work permit waivers, and we flew them to Montego Bay and they performed.
Wow.
But, you know, it's, in hindsight, it's, you know, plan these things. I mean, it's just something that spontaneously happens.
Robert, rumor has it that Shabba Ranks touched down in a helicopter.
Yeah, man.
That's a real something?
Yeah, man.
Jeez, hey, Shabba Ranks are the ultimate showman, you know. Where the helicopter did land? Same
Right.
catching all that
Yeah,
stuff?
man, right?
No way.
Imagine that.
No way.
When you talk about showbiz, you know.
No, man, it has been quite a journey, quite a trip.
An incredible ride. And you know, we talk about the triumphs a lot, and we see all of we see the end result. We don't often talk about the challenges, and I know that even with this staging, you face some challenges with the hurricane,
There
right?
was a hurricane 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
and you know, we sat and we pondered and we wondered and we wished that it wouldn't happen, but it happened. And then at the end of the day, we said, you know, no hurricane, no disaster, nothing going to stop SunFest. SunFest is iconic. People depend on it. We have to provide it. We have to make sure we pull out all the stops, whatever we have to do to put back power and where it is to go and fix the roads and take up the trees. And everybody just sort of put hands on heart together, and it's probably going to be the biggest SunFest that we've ever had.
Yeah. That's nice. Take me back to, what was it, like 1992, when the planning phase, when the idea was birthed for SunFest. Did you see it lasting for 31 years, evolving to the festival that it is now, the staple show?
No, I didn't. And it wasn't rocket science. It was to fill a gap because Sunsplash had been here in the summer. And they decided to leave Montego Bay because the venue had been sold, which was over by Lagoons. And where they showed them this side, that this would be the site for Sunsplash, was a swamp. And they said, we'll go to somewhere else. But then a group of us got together and said, listen, we have to, I planned to do 2 nights at Pier 1. Somebody else planned to do something somewhere else. And they said, no, we can't have 3 or 4 festivals. Let's all come together and have one. And that's what we did. And we took the swamp, and in 13 weeks, we created a venue.
Wow.
I mean, we dumped mall, we put a zinc fence around it, and you know, but it happened, and it was the biggest dance all night at that time. In many years. That record lasted for many years.
Wow, amazing. 31 years and many more to go. We thank you so much.
I'm not so sure about it.
Many more to go. Many more to go.
But I do enjoy something.
Yeah.
And when you create something and you see the audience reacting in the way that they react, it feels like harder they come. When you stood in the theater and watched them laugh at the right time and literally cry at the right time, you realize that yes, you touched them. You have made what you plan to do.
You say Harder They Come. You played a role in Harder They Come?
I was Perry Hensel's assistant director, yeah. I did most of the casting.
Listen,
I brought Jimmy Cliff to Perry.
We need a whole hour. We need an hour to sit down with Mr. Russell.
Look at them history there where we not get no exclusive. Wow.
About Hot 102, it wasn't Hot 102,
Look
it
here,
was Radio West from the government. 4 hours local Montego Bay station, but
amazing.
We went island-wide and 24 hours a day.
Look here, we're going to wrap this interview up. Me and continue to talk to the legend that is Robert Russell.
I'm going to work to do tonight.
Give thanks, boss.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for passing.
I really enjoyed it. Amazing. And good to see you.
And there you have it, Robert Russell, one of the founding fathers of Reggae Sumfest. He must be so proud of the developments. And speaking of developments, we have the Magnum dancers on stage with all of the excitement. Let's go check it out.
Level. Any God bless people here? Any God bless people here tonight? Any God bless people here tonight? Turn it up, yo!